Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, you're welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. Well, today we'll be talking about how I moved from Lagos, Nigeria to Dublin, Ireland. So it all started from 2020 when I first started making inquiries on my masters, and then I realized that if you're going to UK, you wouldn't need an English exam, but if you're coming to Ireland, you need an English exam. That's the IELTS or the TOEFL. So as at around March of 2020, I decided to write my IELTS, and I picked 2nd to the 4th of April 2020. Is it second? Yeah, 2nd to the 4th of April 2020. And then I was meant to write it, but COVID happened. COVID happened and they cancelled it. And they sent a mail that they will either refund your money or they will completely move you to another date. But the date that they'll be moving you to is unknown. So I lost interest totally. Like, I got fed up, I got frustrated, and I was like, I killed that dream and zeal and everything. But by 2021, January 2021, now New Year resolution, and I was like, God, please, this year I have to go. And eventually I started making inquiries again on how to transfer my date to, like, since it's like past 6 months or thereabout. So eventually I was able to do that, and then I think I picked 25th to 27th of March, and then I wrote it. Thank God I passed and everything. So I actually started my admission processing on the 12th of April 2021, and it was quite a smooth ride because I used an agency. And by the way, if you're using an agency, you're not going to pay them. I think they get like a rebate or maybe an allowance from your school fees. That's from the school directly. So on no condition would you pay an agency if you're going through a student visa. But if you're going for tourism and the likes, maybe you'll be charged. I do not know. So the school recommended some UK universities and the Irish university, but I decided to go for Ireland because I felt like it's not as competitive as the UK, because I'd like, and the UK universities were very expensive and it was in pounds, while that of Ireland was like in euros, which is way cheaper if you're converting it. So the documents they requested from me, that's the agency, as at the time when I just started processing my admission, was my IELTS result, my transcript, and then a cover letter which showed my references. So eventually, after submitting that on the 5th of May, the school responded to me on the 8th of May. You can see how fast that is. And they gave me an unconditional letter of offer. And that was because I had not gotten the hard copy of my IELTS result. But when that came in, I submitted it on the 5th of May to the school. And then the unconditional letter of offer came on the 8th of May. And that's like your main letter. That one will state like the school fees. It will show the prices of the school fees, your commencement date, your completion date, and some other valid information. So when you now eventually pay your school fees, I paid mine like on the 27th of May. When you eventually pay your school fees, you also be advised to pay for your medicals. And it's advisable to pay for your full school fees because it increases it decreases like your visa refusal level. I mean, like if you pay in full, the possibility of you getting the visa is higher than when you pay a portion of the school fees. But regardless, pay the stated percentage. Hold on, I kind of like wrote things out so that I don't miss any important details. So after paying for your fees, you would pay for your medicals. They take that seriously. So my medicals was around like €150, like that. And then after that, that's when you can now book for your visa appointments. So I used VSF Global in Lagos. I think it's in Lekki Phase 1. And then I would advise you also, you guys, I would advise you to go for like dates and time that it's in the morning, because it's a long process. I started like around 10. I think I finished like very late in the evening. So it's a very long process. When you are done with that, that particular day, you submit all your documents. If you don't mind, I listed the documents that you will need to submit. You need your international passport, recent photograph, birth certificate, marriage certificate if needs be, letter of admission, evidence of payment of fees, accommodation details, educational qualification, English qualification, that's the IELTS, then letter from sponsor bank statement, personal bank statement, medical insurance, and employment history. So for your sponsor bank statement, that is only if you have a sponsor, then the sponsor will have to provide their own bank statement. But if you're sponsoring yourself, you just provide your own personal statement. So after submitting all these documents, that's when you start to pray, because the rest is in God's hand. And then I went to the visa office on the 7th of July, but I got my visa on the 19th of August. So that's like about maybe a month plus. So the whole process is fast only if you have all your documents on standby, like your transcript. You have to have it on standby if you want the visa process to be fast and smooth. In totality, it could take like 3 months. Just like plan for 3 months. Basically, I think in UK you can fast track that process through the express entry stuff or express visa stuff, and it will take like, I don't know, maybe 7 days. But you could fast track that process. But in Ireland, you can't fast track anything. You literally have to wait. That's why I said you just have to start praying. And afterwards, after I got my visa, then that's when I'd advise you to pay for your flight, and then you pay for your accommodation. I used bookings.com during my when I was processing, because you need a particular point of destination. You can't leave Nigeria without a point of destination. So I used bookings.com, and I used it in a very flexible way. I picked like free cancellation, breakfast included, and all those things. But eventually, I was so lucky that when I got to Ireland, I found a place that evening. Like, I found my house where I am right now, and it's just grace of God and everything. And that's why I am so keen on you praying and, allowing God to direct you. So I think that's the summary of everything. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel, and let's grow together. And please share this video with your friends and subscribe. I love you.